Top 10 movies everyone should see at least. The evening is yours to do with as you like now that the popcorn has been popped and the sweatpants have been put on. Your next obstacle is going to be determining which film, out of all of the excellent options that are currently accessible to you, is going to be the one that you watch tonight. There are plenty of must-watch films in any genre that you choose to settle in with for the first time, whether you're looking for a romantic comedy, a murder mystery, a sad film, or a great musical movie. Regardless of what you're looking for, there are plenty of films in your chosen genre to settle in with. These must-watch movies, also known as the best movies of all time, are considered modern masterpieces, the best of the best, the essential films, and there are probably millions of people who are envious of the fact that you are getting to see them for the first time. This extensive list has been categorized for your convenience, allowing you to skip through to the section that best suits your interests. You will also uncover information that is required knowledge as well as the specific reasons why each film is considered to be the greatest. Let's just begin. 10. Singin' in the Rain, 8.3 out of 10. Forget the artist Sorry Uggy, and instead take pleasure in the sheer, serotonin-enhancing exuberance of MGM's beautiful epitaph to the silent era of cinema. Its three dancers, including the rubber-faced Donald O'Connor, the sparkling newcomer Debbie Reynolds, and the co-director and headline act Gene Kelly, are a triple threat, nailing the outstanding songs, intricate and physically demanding dance routines, and selling all of the comic beats with consummate skill. But credit is also due to Betty Comden and Adolph Green, whose buoyant screenplay provides the beat for the spectacle to move to, and to Jessica Hagen, whose often overlooked performance as the croaky silent star Lena Lamont is the movie's funny sad counterpoint. Both deserve praise for their contributions to the film. Not to mention co-director Stanley Donen, who was always willing to let his performers have the glory but deserves an equal share for a musical that never sings or dances a wrong note. 9. There Will Be Blood, August 2nd, 10. While ascending to the status of most influential director of the past 2 decades, Paul Thomas Anderson shifted from being a Scorsesean chronicler of hedonistic Los Angeles to a hard-nosed investigator of the American self-assured man. While he was on his way to becoming the most influential filmmaker of the last 20 years, he underwent this change. The story's climax occurred during the epic There Will Be Blood, which is about a specific type of con artist, an oil baron and prospector. Ultimately, Daniel Plainview is just a scary Daniel Day-Lewis impersonator who will accept your milkshake. Anderson's melancholy epic, with music by emerging star Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead, is the natural successor to Quentin Tarantino's scathing Chinatown. Phantom Thread proves beyond any reasonable doubt that Anderson has not lost his wit. But now is the moment for him to stop making jokes and start taking things seriously. 8. In the Mood for Love, August 1st, 10. Do you think a movie can become an instant classic? Anyone who saw In the Mood for Love when it came out in 2000 might have said yes. This love story gives the sensation that the reader is in the hands of a professional from the very first page. Maggie Cheung and Tony Leung play neighbors who discover their partners are having an affair in 1960s Hong Kong. Wong Kar-wai takes us inside their world, guiding us through the cramped city stairwells and back alleyways. They start to develop romantic feelings for one another as they speculate on and even simulate their partner's possible actions. But they are firm in their commitment to keeping their wedding promises. There are 3 cinematographers involved in the making of this yearning film, each of whom contributes to the creation of an extraordinary feeling of proximity. Moreover, the faultless performances are tense with sexual tension. 7. Seven Samurai, August 6th, 10. The 207 minutes will fly by faster than any other film you've ever watched. Akira Kurosawa stages a wonderfully designed epic that is at once engaging, humorous, and exhilarating about a poor agricultural hamlet that pools its resources to employ warriors to guard them against the vicious bandits who steal its goods. Kurosawa manages to cram all 3 of these qualities into the most basic of frames. The climatic battle in the pouring rain, however, is what really sticks out, making this a study of the strengths and weaknesses that are universal to the human condition. The film's emotional center is provided by Takashi Shimura, who plays the Yoda-like leader, but Toshiro Mifune is fantastic as the half-crazed self-styled warrior. The original remains superior to numerous remakes set in the Wild West, in space, and even with animated insects. 6. La Dolce Vita, 8 out of 10. The international benchmark for ostentatious celebrity culture was set by the blockbuster film made by Federico Fellini during the heyday of Italy's economic boom. As an added bonus, it catapulted Marcello Mastroianni to fame thanks to his portrayal of a gossip journalist engulfed by the wild and loose atmosphere of Rome's nightlife. It's ironic that many moviegoers didn't seem to pick up on the film's portrayal of this society as shallow and soul-destructively hedonistic. Perhaps this is because Fellini films everything with such cinematic verve and wit that it's often hard to not be swept up in the wacky antics on screen. Almost everything we know about fame today can be traced back to this film, including the term paparazzi. 5. Raiders of the Lost Ark, August 4th, 10. The film that most enthusiastically embraces what movies can do is Raiders of the Lost Arkansas. As the Paramount emblem disintegrates, we cut to a warehouse straight out of Citizen Kane. A deceitful monkey, a champagne-swilling villain, snakes, the greatest truck chase in film history, and a barnstorming supernatural climax in which heads explode all feature prominently. This is the funniest blockbuster that Steven Spielberg has ever made. To cap it all off, Harrison Ford is excellent in his role as the obstinate yet dogged hero Indiana Jones. As a whole, it represents the pinnacle of cinematic achievement. 4. Jean Dielman, 23, Quai du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles, July 7, 10. Having been regarded as a feminist classic for some time now, Chantal Akerman's depiction of a widow's mundane routine is deserving of a spot on any all-time list. This film isn't aimed at a niche demographic, rather, it's a structuralist examination of a condition shared by all humans. As surprising as it may sound, Akerman's long takes are hypnotic, turning even menial tasks like dredging veal or cleaning the bathroom into complex criticisms of cinematic technique. Akerman and her co-star, actress Delphine Seyrig, create an almost unprecedented level of empathy by letting us inside her everyday routine. Jean Dielman is the embodiment of a woman who values every second of her life. There's a twist in the end, too. 3. Citizen Kane, 8. March 10th. The film Citizen Kane has a penchant for renewing itself for audiences of all ages, as evidenced by the success of David Fincher's delightfully satirical making of Drama Mank. Orson Welles' limitless acting makes the film's behemoth of a protagonist's climb from rejected youngster to thrusting entrepreneur to press baron to populist feel completely contemporary even to first-time viewers. The film's creative ideas are on full display in Greg Toland's deep-focus photography, the film's limitless staging, and its analysis of American capitalism. To enjoy the plot, you need not be a film expert. 2. The Godfather, September 2nd, 10. All subsequent criminal families, from the smart guys in Goodfellas to the shady characters on The Sopranos, can trace their lineage back to the Corleones in Francis Ford Coppola's masterpiece, The Godfather. The operatic Mario Puzo adaptation begins with a monumental opening phrase, and then Coppola's epic turns into a terrifying breakdown of the American dream. Following a wealthy immigrant family, as they try to reconcile the conflicting demands of power and faith, the film's iconic baptism sequence is expertly juxtaposed against the brutal murders of 4 rival dons to crystallize the film's central moral tension. The film's authority endures thanks to several memorable elements, such as a horse's severed head, Marlon Brando's raspy voice, and Nino Rota's memorable waltz. 1. 2001, A Space Odyssey, August 3, 10. The meeting of Stanley Kubrick and science fiction visionary Arthur C. Clarke was the first step toward creating the finest picture ever made. Kubrick said of Clarke, who was mentioned along with Isaac Asimov, Robert A. Heinlein, and Ray Bradbury as potential writers for his intended science fiction epic, "I understand he's a lunatic who lives in a tree in India somewhere." Although Clarke was not in India, the two hit it off and collaborated on a tale of technological advancement and calamity that is rooted in humanity. Stoners, impressed by the film's groundbreaking cinematography and the film's eye-candy Stargate sequence, made it their own. They probably saved 2001 from obscurity, but without them, it could have easily been forgotten. Even after more than half a century, Kubrick's coldly clinical picture of the future rings eerily true. That's it. Which movie are you going to watch? Tell us in the comments, and if you want us to keep uploading more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons.